So, would you quit Wuthering Waves if particular skins were locked behind particular content, whether it be farming or difficulty? I wanted to ask this question because the other day I was streaming and we came onto this conversation regarding skins. Obviously, we've got free skins in the game now. Well, we've got a couple of skins. They're kind of trash. We won't talk about that though, right? But we know that there's premium skins coming. Or well, we assume. It sounds like it's a given, right? Whether it's character skins, weapon skins, the combination of both, whatever it might be, premium skins are more than likely coming to the game. But what does that mean for freemium skins and how we attain them? Do we put them into things like the battle pass, the podcast, or do we achieve them by other means? Now, obviously at the moment, we've got the event and clearing the event gives us a skin. But is there a different way to do it in regards to content? And a way that maybe harks back to older first-person shooters. First-person shooters are still doing the rounds now, actually. But in regards to that actual mechanic of obtaining the skins, would it be a cool way to introduce this into the game? And the reason I wanted to ask this is because I asked this question in my chat, and a couple of people actually surprised me. Now, obviously, it's a small anecdotal test, really, because small channel, small stream, and people were like, well, I don't know, it might push me to quit the game. And I've heard other people saying it might push them to quit the game. That's what people were saying in my chat. And I was quite surprised by that. Because in the gacha space, we're used to having and having not, aren't we, in regards to banners that affect actual gameplay mechanics within the game in terms of characters and knowing that we might have to skip a banner and go on to the next banner unless we're a whale. You know, that's a thing. And I thought that would kind of translate into skins that, you know, some skins might be attainable by all, some might not be. And what do I mean by there might not be? Let's look at something like Call of Duty. Go back to the older Call of Duties, getting gold guns, getting dark matter. I know that's a thing now, but let's look at things like player cards for getting a Moab or getting multiple Moabs, just things like that, that certain things are down to skill. Not everybody's going to obtain them. And certain things are just more likely down to time. And most, well, not most, but there's going to be a large section of the community that's just not going to be able to obtain those things either because of real life issues in regards to responsibilities, work, family, just having to do other things. And I thought that sort of way of gaining skins within Wuthering Waves would be kind of cool. And what do I mean by that? Let's take the holograms, for example, right? Once you've cleared the holograms, is there much reason to go back and play them other than challenging yourself potentially? You know, maybe testing out team comps, maybe having a little warm-up, a little practice, whatever it might be, other than putting those arbitrary challenges on yourself. There's really no reason to replay holograms that don't reset, which would be cool. But what if there were skins that were obtainable by completing the holograms or potentially completing them a multitude of times, should I say? I think that would be kind of interesting. It would make me want to play the holograms again, and I feel like it would make me want to grind content. Now, that isn't the only way that we could obtain skins. They could be obtained through the Tower of Adversity. They could be obtained through things like just killing tacit discords a set number of times. We've got the way the skins are set up in the game now. There could be a selection of skins going all the way up and getting a bit better and a bit better to potentially something like a gold one. Maybe a little bit less garish, but something like that where to get to one set of skins, you have to get so many tacit kills. Then you have to get so many Fraxidus kills, so many Exile kills, so many kills in a particular area, so many kills of elites, so many kills of particular bosses and such. Clearing the Tower of Adversity in a set way, or clearing holograms with particular characters. Maybe not just clearing them a certain amount of times, but with particular characters. I think that would be kind of interesting personally. It would give a reason to farm content beyond farming for materials, pre-prepping characters, building characters, farming for currency, that sort of stuff. It would give a reason beyond all of that to actually replay content in the game. And I think it'd be kind of cool. And if we did get to the point where we started to have more difficult content in the game, that some skins will maybe potentially behind this new mode, would that be a problem for you? If it was maybe a mode that you found yourself struggling with and couldn't complete, or maybe a part of the game where it was just a time sink that maybe you didn't have the time to sink in to get that particular skin. I would like that personally. But as I say, I come from enjoying the camo chase in first-person shooters and other games. You know, we can even look at things like MMOs and RPGs. You know, you might have to do certain things to get a specific set of gear or a weapon or a transmog or an item in an MMO that might be, you know, in a PvP part of the game that you're you're going to have skill or to be at a certain level to do, you know, particular harder raids, guild content that somebody who's solo in the game's just never going to get access to. And that's okay, in my opinion. Maybe for some it's not, but I feel like it's just kind of nature of older games that certain things you're just not going to achieve unless you're better or you have more time. And I think that's missing from some games now, especially in games where there's microtransactions, because people prefer it if you can just buy it rather than it might be a little bit harder to get. And I just wanted to have this conversation because, as I said, people kind of surprised me in their reply of that. I don't know if that'd be for me, and I'd be curious to see what you guys have got to say about it. Would it be a problem for you if certain skins were unobtainable, let's say, or there was a set of skins that just took some serious farming? You know, let's say you have those skins with the weapons, and let's just say, for the sake of things, that finishing off that weapon, that particular sword, you get it gold. And then you have to do all the other weapons, every single weapon in the game, or every single class of weapon in the game, gold. And then you could chase a dark matter type camo, you know, like the final form that would apply to all of the weapons then. And potentially even like a almost 5-star skin, or a skin for 5-star stuff that was just maybe a little bit less than the premium, or potentially on par with, but just was super hard to get or just took time. I think this would be a really cool thing to add into the game, in my opinion. It'd give reason to play content again, beyond materials, beyond currency, beyond bragging rights. It'd give me a reason, particularly because I like skins, to chase particular stuff. And especially even if we had stuff that was maybe tied to timed events and timed patches. So they kind of had that legendary status to them. Oh man, you've got that particular skin on that weapon. Damn, you must have gone hard in that patch and it doesn't come around again. Or it might be a while till it comes around, so it makes when it does drop and you, oh dude, you know that you can get that skin now if you clear this, and everybody's trying to clear it to get that particular skin. I personally think that would be a really good addition to the game. But as I said, I was surprised that not everybody thought like that. But that makes sense, you know. I can understand it. I totally get it. And I'm not throwing shade at a different opinion. I'm just curious to see what the wider community thinks about this. Would you like to see skins obtainable like that? And would you like to see them obtainable, i.e. through the podcast, you know, through the Coral Shop, let's say? You know, different options, but also the gameplay element, you know, particular ones that are just obtainable through certain content, certain endgame content, or just farming in general. I'd be really interested to see what you guys have got to say on this. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. I would very much appreciate it. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like on the video as well. I make Wuthering Waves content, guys, if you're new here, and gacha content in general. So if you like that sort of stuff and you like this video, you may as well subscribe to see more content. And I will see you all in the next video. Ta-ra.